Hi all! Today I'm going to make a really quick scrap project. This is a little pumpkin stem, and I made this for my teepee holder a couple weeks ago. But I'm also going to make a flower. Some scrap yarn. This is a great scrap yarn project. So I call it a trumpet flower or a pumpkin stem or squash stem. So we'll just do the flower part. This is a little on the thick side. I'm using a 5mm hook. I probably should use a bigger hook, but I just don't feel like looking for it. So let's do 5 chains. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back into the first chain. And do a slip stitch. Now go into the center of that ring of chains, and you're going to do 5 single crochets. That's 2. Okay, that's 5. 5 single crochets. And you're going to go back, count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's the 5th one. They tend to curl. I don't know why they do. But you can use this to your advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to get under both. And slip stitch. Now from this point on, we are not going to worry about any leveling up type stuff. We're just going to spiral. Also, flip it so that your tail is on the inside. Go into the next, and I also mentioned, don't do a chain. Just slip your needle into the next pair of stitches, next pair of bars, and single crochet. Okay, and I'm putting my finger into the space. And I'm just doing single crochets, one after the other. I'm going to, actually I want to do one more thing before I get too far along. I'm going to try to pull this tail through the hole and then just tighten it. Just pull on it to tighten it, and you can hide it down in the base, just so that it's closed, because once it gets too far up, it'll be hard for you to catch it and pull it down. And you should probably hide your ends so that they don't come loose. Sew in your ends. There are mini knitting mills that will do this if you don't feel like doing it yourself. You see, I'm not bothering to count my stitches anymore or figure out where I'm supposed to go to the next level. I'm just going in a spiral. And using my finger to just keep it in the tube. If you were making a purse and you wanted some bag handles, this is a great way to make bag handles too. Comes with a bent needle. It's not like a crochet hook, but it has a crochet handle and then kind of a bent needle. This took longer to make something when I was just doing this, and it's so much faster. And you don't need any special equipment. But if you have one of those mini crank knitting, like sock knitters or whatever, you can, set it up so you only have a couple of stitches on it. That might be faster. I don't have any crank knitting machines. The kind that you go like this and then they spin. Okay, so we're getting close to the time where we want to flare. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in 2 single crochets in a stitch and then 1. Or we could do 1 and 1. So it's 2, 1, 1. It's just an increase. Just did 1 and 1, so there's 2. And this will very quickly start to spread out. The tube. Because as you keep increasing, it will start to flare. And if you want it to flare very quickly, put more increases so that it practically goes from a tube to flat. That's where you do like 2 in every stitch, and that will make it flare really, really fast. So I'm going to switch to 2 and then 1. 2 in every stitch, and then 1 in a stitch. 2 in the next stitch. And then 1. 2. And then 1. This could be a morning glory. You just wouldn't have as long of the trumpet part. You could do a clematis. And there is no set pattern here. I'm just looking at it and going, I could use a little more increase here, a little more increase there. You can let it go and just kind of see. I'm looking at the side here, just looking at how it's increasing. And because I chose a smaller hook, this has got a very tight fabric, so there's not a lot of air or light between my stitches. That could be hard on your hands. So we are at almost flat, almost circular doily territory at this point when it comes to how you're going to keep increasing, because now it's flat. So you're working with the math of a doily or math of a disc. Crochet in the round math. I'm not counting my stitches, I'm just looking at how they're laying. Because at some point you're going to have to be careful about how you increase so that it doesn't ruffle or pucker. It's starting to ruffle. I can feel it. See it? I don't know if you can see it, but you can feel it in the tension of your stitches when it starts to get ruffly. So now we're going to start going into points out into the petals. I don't know how many I want, but I'm just going to start. So here's a half double crochet and then a double crochet. And then a half double crochet. Now if you want, you can put a stitch marker, double crochet stitch, and just put that in the top. Okay, so let me know that's the point of our flower petal or stem tendrils that go into the pumpkin. And then back to single crochet. Now you can put these really close together, these little points, and then you'll have like just a little bit of a ruffle, or you can give yourself some space in between. And then you can make deeper petals. So let's do another one here. What I'm trying to say is the more space you put between these petals, the larger they can get. So that's your double crochet. Okay, just slide them through. And then your half double crochet. Let's put a couple of single crochets. How many did we have between these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 5 until we do that half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it is. And half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is 5. Another half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is half double crochet. 5. Double crochet. Just bending these a little bit so that this part is open helps. Okay, so this is half double. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. How did we do that? I don't know. Just luck. I don't know how it happens, but it did. I have exactly 5 equidistant petals now set up to go. Alright, so let's do another half double here. And then we do a double crochet into the stitch marker spot. Let's just take it out. Do our double crochet. Put our stitch marker back in. You know, you don't have to use the stitch markers if you don't want to. I just think it's easier to see them. Let's do a half double crochet. I was hoping to show you how I fudge this if the count doesn't come out, but it came out, and I don't even know how that happened. Just being able to see it, I guess, the habit of my brain, and just a little bit of luck. There we go. Feel free to use whatever stitch markers you like to use. So what if your count doesn't work out like this? And as you can see, it's starting to curl, so we're going to have to add some, I think, some stitches in here. So we may end up having to fudge anyway. One of the things you can do is, yeah, it looks like it's, let's go back. It's starting to curl, so we don't want that. So on this row, we're going to do something different. Instead of we're going to do 2 half double crochets in this spot instead of just 1. Because you could see it was starting to curl. So let's put 2 half doubles in that one spot. Then the double crochet here. 2 half doubles in the next stitch, right here. So I'll keep it from curling too much. And then single crochets. Okay, 2 half doubles here. So you can increase on these stitches around your points. I'm doing 2 half doubles. Oh, 2 half doubles in the next stitch. And even that's curling a little bit. It's curling more than I like. But if we keep increasing, it won't do that as much. We can even add an extra single crochet after our half double. So we could put 2 single crochets right here. And I'm only adding these as I feel like I need to. So I'm actually watching the fabric, watching it curl, and just, you know, sometimes I have to go back and add more stitches in because it's not taming the curl enough, or maybe I overcompensated and put too many stitches in. But you'll get the hang of it. Now I'm doing 2 single crochets. Two half doubles. Double crochet. So I lost some footage due to my phone running out of memory. So I had to spend almost 2 days dealing with that. So I did end up finishing using that pattern of the drop down stitches in the middle and then 2 single crochets on each point with a picot on the second single crochet. Now I'm just going to hide my ends, and since this is a decorative piece and it should have no stress for wear and tear, it doesn't really matter how you hide your ends, because there's no grain, there's no stretching, so you can just kind of hide it however you want to. I'm not going to go into a great length of detail on how to hide your ends. 3 stitches, 3 directions. That's pretty much all you need to do. Just pick a direction, go 3 stitches, pick another direction, go 3 stitches. So long as it's hidden, it should be fine, since there's going to be no wear and tear, no stress on the fabric. You just had a bunch of kibble, and I still see some kibble. You didn't finish. Eat your kibble. He wants a snack of some sort, and he's hungry, but that's good, because for last weekend he didn't eat, and he got really sick, and we had to do a lot of medical intervention. Yeah, okay, so here is the finished product. I hope you enjoyed doing this freeform flower with me. Remember, it can also be a pumpkin stem. It's very cartoonish, I think. I think it would make a really cute kind of child-friendly pumpkin stem if you were doing a child-friendly pumpkin face, jack-o'-lantern face, or just a kind of country pumpkin for like Thanksgiving. I really like the shape of these petals. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, share it. Evan says hi. He's doing great. I will see you in the next video. Crochet your way today, because it's the only time we have. I'll see you next time.